Hi all, welcome to our video as we journey all the way from Paris through Reims, where we stop and have a picnic and enjoy some of the local beverage of choice. Then we continue journeying on to the country of Luxembourg, the last Grand Duchy. So come along and join us as we check out this exciting and amazing part of Europe. Also, please remember to like and subscribe. Your support means a huge deal to us. So thank you and enjoy. Alrighty, so day 3, we're leaving Paris today. We've got a new tour guide, Adolphe. He will be helping us out on this trip, and we're going through Reims and then to Luxembourg for the night. Luxembourg, a refined city. There's some cathedrals there that we're going to check out and some other sites. I believe one of the cathedrals we're checking out is where the coronation of the kings took place, so that will be quite interesting. Beautiful weather still, amazing day. Heading to Luxembourg, meant to be about 27 and sunny, so looking forward to a slight drop in temperature. We didn't have aircon in our room in the last hotel, and it's like a sauna. So looking forward to a bit of aircon on the bus and watching the countryside roll by as we drive along. Got a lot of Ks to cover, something like 400 Ks today, so it's going to be a bit of a mission, but nonetheless looking forward to it. Alright, I'll check in later. Right, well, we've just entered the region of Champagne, so as we get closer to Reims, might try a little glass once we're there. Check out the Notre-Dame of Reims, where the coronation of French kings took place. We've just had a pit stop, and we're getting closer to our first stop for the day.
Yeah.
Right, well, we made it here to Reims, population of around 180,000. What an amazing little town. It's giving me vibes from when we were in Bath last year. I might get in trouble for saying that, but it was beautiful. I mean, the weather helps, lovely sunny morning, beautiful buildings all around, little squares that are absolutely gorgeous. And just a relaxed vibe. Already the boys have mentioned to me how different it is to Paris and how it's much more relaxed and chill. We're going to visit the Notre-Dame of Reims first. Let me spin you around so you can have a look at this magnificent piece of architecture. Gothic architecture, actually, 800 years old. Some of the stones on this cathedral are 800 years old, and some of the telltale signs on the Gothic architecture, one of the main ones are the windows. So you can see behind me in the windows there, they go to a point. Now, moving away from a rectangle type window, that gives it about a 60% larger weight load, so which means the windows could be much bigger, giving it that more ambience inside to the cathedral. Also, famous on Gothic architecture are the gargoyles. So you can see the gargoyles up there warding off evil spirits. Gargoyles are being used like that to ward off evil spirits. I've seen all over the world, throughout Southeast Asia. You'll see lions or whatnot outside banks or other buildings used in the same way to ward off evil spirits. So it's quite interesting seeing similarities in culture and building design across the world. The intricacies in this is amazing. It took over 200 years to build, so the original masons and builders and architects that started this didn't see it finish, and you can see in the design how it changes. Alright, and up the top, I don't know if I can do it justice with this camera, but up the top the design becomes far more delicate, although in saying that it's still pretty amazing down here as well. I'm going to head inside now. The family's already headed in. They've already gone inside to start having a look around. I don't know how much talking I'll be able to do inside, so it might be just some video, but I'll see what happens. Alright, see you in there. Whoa. that is something. Right, I'm inside now. What an amazing structure internally. Definitely the light coming through the larger windows is evident, and there's no artificial lighting at the moment. This is all natural light. We have the usuals in any tourist destination. We have the souvenir stand. We have QR codes that you can scan for more information. But I'm just going to walk around quietly now and just have a little look. All right, you can join me on that. Right, well, we're going to leave behind the Notre-Dame Cathedral of Reims, and we're going to try and find a supermarket here in Reims, and maybe get a baguette and maybe some nice cheese, and also a wee bottle of champagne. We're going to have a little French picnic. We're going to find a nice park somewhere, I think, and sit down and just have a little French food, a baguette and some cheese, and maybe a wee bottle of champagne, just to, I don't know, just feel relaxed and just enjoy the moment. Interestingly, champagne has not always been a fancy drink. It has not always been that way, and it was actually Napoleon started it. So there were some barrels of white wine here that just fermented and created bubbles, and it was kind of like seen as a pour drink, I guess you could describe it that way. But anyway, Napoleon, after any battle, would celebrate by shaking the bottle and exploding the champagne, and then that sort of became synonymous with celebrations. So that's how champagne became so famous and is now known as a celebratory type of drink. Many other countries have their own type. Italy with prosciutto, all right, same thing. So we're going to celebrate the fact that we're here in Reims, and that's us. That's what we want to celebrate, being here as a family together and celebrating summer in France. Right, we'll check in soon. Right, well, we have found a supermarket, so we're going to head inside, see if we can find some goodies for lunch, and then hopefully we'll find a nice little place to sit and just enjoy our little bit more time that we have here in Reims. Right, do we feel like any baguette? Does that look like a good one, Harry? What's the squish test like? Alright, let's keep going. Find some beer. No, is that beer? No, coffee. Thought it was beer, but it's coffee. Alright, I'm not much of a champagne expert, so just having a look. There's some prosciutto here as well, but obviously we're after champagne, so I really don't know what to grab, so I might just go this one here, and we'll just pretend we know what we're doing, and when we drink it we'll just pretend that's exactly what you're meant to have, because that's how we roll. Alrighty, we're out of the supermarket, and we've gone for a little walk trying to find a little park area, and I think we've done alright. We found this little courtyard sort of flower area. I'll just flip you around so you can have a look. So it's just this beautiful little area. There's a little playground up there for little toddlers. I think this is normally meant to have water running in it. Flower area just surrounded by all these old buildings. Sometimes you just got to keep looking until you find a little piece of perfect on your holiday ventures. So the reason why we're doing this is, well, one, we wanted to have some champagne while in Reims, but also we had two options. We could have gone to a supermarket, and into a restaurant, and that would have cost us about 150 euros for something similar to what we're having now. So that's why we went with the supermarket option. And we got some ham. We've got some ham or prosciutto.
That was a spoon.
I've got some pizza bread. Could only find paper cups, so when we have our champagne, it's going to be pretty basic. We've got a baguette, some cheese, some yogurt, and some raspberries to have with it. Harry is modelling the baguette, and that came out at and a little bottle of champagne as well. That came out at around 47 euros, so a third of the price. And you could argue the setting is more beautiful in a way, and we have it to ourselves. Harry's dying to get into the baguette, and let's crank open that bottle of champagne. Alright, here we go. Time to celebrate being in France. It's our last day in France for a while. Well, when I say a while, I mean a week.
It's not a Bernardino.
Cheers. Very good. Alright, well that's our time in Reims. Nice little lunch there, checking out all the awesome buildings and the Gothic architecture. And now we're going to jump on the bus and head to Luxembourg, the last remaining Grand Duchy. See you there. Alright, here we are at the Notre-Dame in Luxembourg. So we've just come back from the city and we're checking out the rooms. We might go back into the city a bit later. We'll see how we're feeling. Free transport in, so why wouldn't you? Anyway, let's have a look. Right, you need some muscles for the door, which Flynn was providing. Alright, so this is the double with a nice large chair. Let me just get rid of this bag. Alright. Alright, so got some pretty standard stuff here. Little mini fridge, tea and coffee, and an empty bottle of nothing. An empty bottle of air. There's a review out into those two buildings up there in the distance are actually the Parliament. So this is kind of like a high-tech finance area that the hotel's in, out of the old city. Then here is the... do we need to put a key in? Have we got a key, please? So we can have some power. Got to get some power. Right. Here is a wardrobe with a safe. And let's see. Now we have some light. Oh, hello. Nice big shower, which I certainly need one. Toilet. Luckily we've got toilet paper. Nice towels. Lovely mirror. And yeah, that's the basics of our room. Now we're going to take the boys down to their one. Right, here we are in Luxembourg. We have arrived. First impressions, it's got charm, it's picturesque, it's really busy at the moment. There's some sort of summertime festival, plenty of Luxembourg flags out waving in the breeze, plenty of people out enjoying the summer sun and just taking in the moment. What are your first impressions, Harry?
Down there is really big.
Yeah, so that's the gorge behind us, which kind of gives the city a two-tiered kind of vibe. It's got the lower city and then the upper buildings perched up on the cliff edges along here. So we're going to go around, have a look around the city, might go down to the bottom of the gorge and go for a walk up to the arch bridge down that way, and then go and check out some of the cathedrals. It's got a Notre-Dame here as well. Alright, it's a Notre-Dame tour, and maybe check out some of the restaurants and that. Alright, come along for the ride. Right, so just crossing a bridge over to the other side of the gorge. We're going to try and make our way down on the other side. I think we saw some stairs over there that might lead us down. So we're just going to walk under the bridge. So crazily enough, we're not walking over the top, but there's an underpass for pedestrians. So it's a lot cooler too. That sun's hot. I think you can probably tell by my skin colour. I'm a little bit red.
I'm guessing the destination.
I'll just spin you around so you can have a look at what it's like under here.
Nothing. Do you think that's really old?
Maybe. I don't know how old this bridge is. Certainly think this underpass is pretty new. Let's share it with cyclists.
What's beneath this?
So here's a nice view here through one of the arches of the bridge. Down onto the path below. It's a well-used underpass, that's for sure. Very popular. Luxembourg's not a kingdom, and or a principality, but rather a duchy. It has a duke or a duchess, and I believe they also have a prime minister. I could be wrong there. I'll check that. They also have a prime minister. Quite a liberal state. I believe their prime minister is openly gay, which is cool, and which tells you a lot about the way things are. Public transport free, so we might try the tram later and jump on the tram for free. And oh wow, look at this. So you could see earlier we were just up there on the fence at the top of that cliff over there. You can see the flags to the left, and we've just walked around now around to this bridge, and we're trying to get down there. Alright, still a long way up though. It is a very long way down. So yeah, so interesting. I think Luxembourg's the finance capital of Europe. I think a lot of the European banking and government finances run through here. Makes it a very wealthy country.
Yeah.
Their cost of living is very high. Huge cost of living, but wages are relative. But so are rents and food and all those sorts of things. So I was talking to someone, a local European, and he was saying that when the European Union started, the dream was that all of Europe would be similar to what Luxembourg is now, but when there's 27 countries in the European Union with 27 different personalities, that doesn't always happen because of different cultures and things like that. So it's an interesting take. Right, I'll report back soon once we're down at the bottom of the gorge. Right, here we are at the bottom of the gorge. You can hear the chimes or the bells from Notre-Dame, Luxembourg. We're just going to make our way along. There's an arch bridge up ahead. We were in Sri Lanka recently and saw the famous 9 arch bridge. Not sure how many arches this one has. Does anyone know? 6. We think it might have 6 arches, so we'll go and check that out and see if it does. I talked about having a swim in the river. I don't think... I guess I could get my feet wet. Do some mean bombs in there, Harry?
Yeah, I don't think it's even legal. You know?
Yeah.
Apparently this used to be... Apparently this used to be a big, like, river.
Yeah? What do you mean?
Like, apparently the the river shaped out this belly thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Higher water levels at some point. I was just saying it must have been quite soft sediment in here for it to wash away. A cave. What a beautiful little area to sit and relax. Anyway, I'll check in again shortly once we're at the bridge. Alright, well that will buy us a few minutes of quiet time while they're running up that hill. I'm going to go and stand over here so I can watch them. It's, yeah, I need a hat. I should have bought a hat. If you're in Luxembourg in June and it's 30 plus, wear your hat. That's the best bit of advice I can give. Right, where are they? Slowed down a bit now, they're not as fast. There's a lovely couple up there having a picnic, and now the boys are going to come terrorising their nice peaceful time. But anyway, it's a public space for you. Harry obviously feels like he's up high enough. He's contemplating a cartwheel, which I'll be surprised that if he does. Tentative run down the hill. Safety first, safety second. Good to see you, boys. Alright, I can't tell from here, but there's definitely more than 6 arches. There's some up there behind the trees. I actually think there might be more than 9 arches. So, sorry Sri Lanka, but this is a more than 9 arch bridge, we'll call it. So anyway, I might go and have a closer look at this bridge, eh? As we enjoyed the summer evening as we strolled past the 9 arch bridge, that ended our day in Luxembourg. We had an awesome time exploring this quaint little city and learning a little bit more about this magnificent part of Europe. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we hope that we'll see you on more journeys ahead. Take care.